Normally use what?
Hi.
What?
I didn't know we were on. I'm sorry again.
Yeah.
This always happens every single time I'm trying to make some breakfast.
Yeah, exactly.
Ladies, story time. Welcome, man.
Thank you.
Story time.
Story.
Your
Once upon a time.
Wow.
So, story about a young woman who posted this on Twitter. I'm going to make it very fast. She posted on Twitter about the fact that, or an experience she had when she was 12 when she almost got raped. Her mother's friend's husband locked the door behind him and said if she yelled, he was going to kill her. Apparently, he was going to rape her. She continued to yell, however, she escaped, she ran home, told her mother, listen, this is what happened, I almost got raped by your friend's husband. Mother is incensed, gets in the car, they drive back there, and then she rains fire and brimstone on the household without the man there, he wasn't present. Her cousin also got to hear of the story, apprehended the man, and also, in his case, did what he could do. All of this happened, however, they never told their father. Why? Because she said, and I quote, if we had told my father, he'd be in jail serving time now. Congrats to her mother. Her mother was a hero for taking care of the instance, and thank goodness she didn't get raped or anything. However, the fact that the husband wasn't told, or her father wasn't told, kind of like raises a question. Must you tell your spouse everything, especially in a situation like this? Should they have told the man what had happened? What do you think?
I think it really depends on the man.
Yeah, it depends on the man.
Yeah.
On the man?
It does depend
Depends
on
on
the
the
man
type,
because
yeah,
sometimes with some men, they don't think before they act. They don't consider things. They probably just react, and then later they'll be like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
maybe I shouldn't have done that." Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, she understood her husband properly and all of that. That okay, fine. If I tell him this thing is going to happen, but then again, she didn't just leave it line. I think for me,
She didn't leave it
it's the
line
idea
fallow.
of if you're talking about 20 years ago, where most women will actually be like, "Oh, keep quiet, don't
Yeah,
tell
don't tell
anybody," and
anybody,
not
yeah.
do anything
She's
about it.
a hero for that.
She did a really great job. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
my take on that.
So, just as she said, the reaction of your husband or your significant other, you need to take note of as what they do over time. So, for instance, I know that that kind of information should not get anywhere near my husband. That kind of information should not. But I would do what I can to handle it on my own.
Would you tell him half of it?
I
for
would
instance?
give him the information I believe he needs to have at that point in time. I probably might not tell him the location of this person because
Who the person is.
or who the person. Yeah, but I would give him all the information he needs to, so we can talk to the child or to the children or the affected
parent, as
party
parents, yeah.
to parent, but not for a reaction or a response. No.
If there's anything I have come to learn, being married, it is communication is key. And when it involves your kids, it is safe and better not to keep anything from your spouse in that regard. Because what if you heard it elsewhere?
What if he heard it? Yeah.
Exactly. What if he heard it
feel
elsewhere?
betrayed that you didn't tell.
Exactly, because you are his most trusted, companion,
yeah.
and nothing of that magnitude should go above his head. Now let's talk about timing. The timing to convey that sort of that sort of situation is very key, because especially if you understand this, if you understand the kind of spouse that you have, timing is very important here. Then the approach to communicating the situation is also another factor, because you also need to use emotional intelligence as well, and a lot of other key factors when giving the information. So a lot of these things are important, but I'm not going to keep the way. I'm going to tell it
Real
to him.
quick.
I would rather he felt betrayed by me than he killed someone.
So I was going to say real quick about that story.
So,
You guys remember from
yeah.
late last year, the guy who went to apprehend the driver of the school that his daughter goes to.
Yeah.
He reacted and he ended up dying.
End up dying,
Yeah.
exactly.
His
So that's why,
reaction-
in the end, I think the key thing is knowing your partner and knowing his possible reactions.
Yeah.
So
And
that's
dealing
it.
with
yeah,
it.
maybe
so.
tell him like maybe while after and tell him, see, I'm going to tell you something. I don't need you
Yeah.
to react or do anything because I've handled it.
So it's the
But I'm just telling you so you
timing,
know.
and how to communicate it.
No.
Yeah.
Well, tell you what. If my wife can handle it, because me?
If you should ever hear, God forbid,
God
anything like-
forbid.
God
forbid.
Yeah.
But she can handle it. Because what I want to say, I have to say Yoruba, and it's not for TV. In any case, tell us what you would think, what you would do, or what your action would be. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TBC. We would love to know.